Welcome to the month-end edition of Pat Talks, Lone Wolf edition of Anything Under 3 Stars in the Sun, brought to you by Pinoy Matters TV. My name is Patrick, and in this episode, we'll talk about updates ng ating mga previous podcast kasi tumakbo na yung mga balita. We'll also be talking about how a bill becomes a law kasi maraming mga headlines na lumalabas sa natatakot yung napaparaning ng ating mga kababayan dahil sa kung ano nung mga pina-file na bill. Let's see if it's worth fearing, okay? And yung acting regular segment ng month and yung one-liners, yun yung mga significant na headlines and my take on it. Hindi naman kasi lahat yung iba masarap pag-usapan. Pero it's worth looking into lang. Maiksi lang yun. Also, I'd like to open up a new segment called News to Watch Out For. Yung mga balita this past few days na I think will be relevant this coming September. And also yung feedback session natin. Remember, lagi ko sinasabi sa inyo, um, like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will always respond to you.
It was easy to catch me with your big brown eyes and the way you smile. I guess that you.
Before we start our our podcast, I would like to introduce you to my crew. Yes, I have a production crew that helps me set up these things, yung background, etc. that makes it look nice, yung sound check, etc. etc. And yung mga nag-edit ng video, I'd like to introduce them to you. Sandali ah. This, this is Salem. Right? This is Salem. Hey, hi. This is Salem. This is my cat. This is my male cat. Okay? And his Jowa. Okay. This is Georgia. Okay? Alright. Sila yung mga narinig yung maingay sa likod ko pag every now and then dahil actually hindi akin si Georgia. Hiram lang to because lately she's been in heat and we're planning to have kittens. So anyway, minsan paboritong tambahin ni Georgia yung likod ko kaya may paminsan-minsan sumusulpot photo bomber. Ayun, nandun na naman siya. So anyway, that's my crew na tumutulong sa akin to stay awake and keep it interesting for all of you. They actually keep me alert dahil kung ano nung ginagalo dito sa gamit eh. So anyway, all right. Let's talk about updates ng previous podcast. First podcast, is Cory Aquino a hero? Well, maraming dumidebate sa akin dyan at matyaga naman tayo sa mga debate. Let's agree to disagree. Sa akin, I think she's a hero, not in a, not for nothing, not for anything else, but because she bravely risked her life to run against Marcos. That itself is heroism na. Okay? Now, dahil dumaan ang National Heroes Day and of course yung August 21, which is Ninoy Aquino Day, the day he actually died a couple of years ago, na holiday na ngayon because of Republic Act 9256. Question, are Cory Aquino and Ninoy Aquino heroes? Can they be considered heroes? Well, not in a technical sense, not officially. Kasi, ganito yan, according to an editorial from Sunstar Davao, um, bago ka matawag na official hero ng Philippines, it has to go through a little process. That process starts from the National Heroes Committee, which has three criteria. Okay, back in 1993, ang sabi nila, heroes are those who have a concept of nation and thereafter aspire and struggle for a nation's freedom. Number two, heroes are those who define and contribute to a system of life of freedom and order of a nation. Three, heroes are those who contribute to equality of life, to the quality of life and destiny of a nation. This was adopted by the NHC, NHC Technical Committee. Now, in 1995, the NHC Technical Committee added three more criteria. Number one, a hero is part of the people's expression. A hero thinks of the future, especially the future generations. Number three, the choice of a hero involves not only recounting of an episode or events in history, but the entire process that made this particular person a hero. In other words, tinitingnan nila yung paano ba namuhay ito. Maayos ba talagang tao to? Yung ganun. Alright. Now, are Ninoy Aquino and Cory Aquino heroes? Not. It hasn't been declared yet. It is still under discussion. Kaya nilagyan ng criteria na ganito kasi baka marami kasi nagpipetition for heroes. Maraming local heroes dyan, maraming forgotten heroes from World War II down, na tipong I'm pretty sure they've exhibited patriotism, bravery, nationalism, etc. All for ating inang bayan. But of course, pinagdidebatehan nila yan kung sino nga may include. So far, in our history books, officially, the heroes are the following: Jose Rizal, Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Aguinaldo, Apolinario Mabini, Marcelo H. Del Pilar, Muhammad Dipatuan Kudarat, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Juan Luna, Melchora Aquino, and Gabriela Silang. Sila pa lang ang official heroes natin. And they go down. Kasi ang effect nun, they will be called heroes also in the history books. Yan. Okay? In history books, official history books ng Philippines, they will be regarded as heroes na official heroes. Cory and Ninoy, mahaba pang discussion yan. Okay? Now, whether or not you think they're qualified under those criteria from the National Heroes Committee or the Technical Committee, it's really up to you. Okay. Next, podcast was about sedition, yung final na case against Lenny and Company. Vice President Lenny Robredo. Okay, Lenny recently filed a counter affidavit claiming she never met Bicoy and yung kanyang sinasabi, yung meron siyang mga alibis on the dates na binanggit ni Bicoy na they met. However, according to the Solicitor General, sabi nila, they have evidences na Lenny met Bicoy several times. Okay? Bicoy, si Advin Kula. So let's see how that goes, all right? It's an ongoing story. Mahirap mag-comment dahil there's an ongoing case. All right. Next. Next podcast regarding yung gifts na sinabi. Remember, sinabi ni Duterte, it's okay for cops to accept gifts as long as it's of insignificant value and it's out of gratitude. Okay? Now, recently, Greco Bellical was asked in a TV show sa Business World, asked by Robbie Alampay, he was pressed na sagutin kung ano ba yung insignificant value. Si Greco Bellica, who is the commissioner of the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission, na pressure siya to give citing 100,000 pesos. And later naipit siya na naipit doon. He clarified later in a separate interview na yung he was taken out of context, yung 100,000 pesos daw, he was just citing it as an example. Kung sakasakaling, kunyari, may nakapulot ng 1 million, sinoli yung 1 million, is 100,000 insignificant. Now, the counter-argument is, syempre, to some of us, 100,000 is very significant. Lalo sa mga common tao na katulad natin, it's very significant, 100,000. Pero siguro, kila Lucio Tan, kila Henry C, walang kwenta yung 100,000. So, naipit siya ron. I believe it was just a gaffe dahil na-pressure lang siya sagutin yung mga tanong. Right? Yan ang paniniwala ko. Kasi, ano yun very odd yun eh. Pag sinabi mong, remember if I told you a story na nahuli ako minsan sa Manila, and although hinuli nga ako, pinagalitan lang ako rightfully so ng mga enforcer, and they released me. They gave me my license back, and pinagalitan lang ako rightfully so. And sa tuwa ko, dahil iwas hassle, I bought the entire unit who was there several bottled water, several pieces of bottled water kasi summer na at mainit. So I said, oh, sa akin at sa tuwa ko lang at iwas hassle, ano ba naman yun? Naawa din naman ako sa mga tao dahil kita mo pawis na pawis sila. So I just gave each of them bottled water, and can you consider that Hindi, gratitude lang on my part. Okay? And of course, for a job well done, dahil nahuli naman talaga ako eh. Rightfully so. Nakapasok ako ng isang one-way yata. Okay. So anyway, that's it. Ano? Contentious pa rin po ni insignificant gift kasi subjective yan. Eh. Pag sinabi mo subjective, it's depends. Yun yun. It's depends. Alright. Next. We talked about Cardema and the Duterte youth predicament. Okay? Ngayon, the recent update is Bayan Muna Representative Carlos Zarate recommended the filing of criminal charges against Cardema. Bakit ka mo? Umamin na nagbigay siya ng 2 milyon sa emissary daw ni Guanzon ni Commissioner Guanzon eh. O di isang attempt, ano yun? That's an attempt to bribe a public official. Malalayo. Siya yung banggit ng banggit mo, no? Sige, pinangakasuhan siya ni Representative Zarate. Now, if you recall, kaya familiar yan si Congressman na Carlos Zarate is because yung bayan muna is reputedly a left-leaning party list. Ngayon, in one of those TV debates, kinorner siya ni Cardema kung bakit daw their party list will not condemn or criticize the NPA. Okay? Kaya, mabawi mama. So anyway, the other side of it is COMELEC Commissioner Guanzon is set to file a libel case against Cardema pero not now kasi may ongoing case pa eh. Pag nag-file siya ng kaso, mapupwersa siyang ma-inhibit sa hearing ni Cardema sa COMELEC. So siguro when that's done, she will file a libel suit against Cardema kasi problema ni Cardema pa-interview eh. If I were Mr. Cardema, ganito na lang. I would follow the advice of Commissioner Gonzon. Get a good lawyer. Marami kang kasong harapin. Okay? Now, Cardema reminds me of the June Lozada incident. Just an update on that. In 2016, he was convicted of graft, imprisonment for 6 to 10 years. Okay? Ngayon, the problem is, it's not the ZTE deal. He was the head of the Philippine Forest Corporation, and he did some things and documented that favored himself and his brother. Ayun. Diba, remember, siya yung whistleblower sa ZTE deal. Sabi nga niya, sa kanya nang galing yan yung tongpats, tsaka mahalatayan, may tongpats, etc. At may mga kalokohan din naman daw siya, blah, blah, blah. O sige, ayun. Guilty. So anyway, update on Gretchen Custodio Diaz. Ang sabi niya, he's open now to running for public office. Okay. Let's see where that goes. Malabo yan. Okay? People will see right through him na he's using this for his own publicity and popularity. Okay, anyway, He announced it na he's open to run for public office. Hindi lang siya sigurado kung saan. Oh, good luck sa'yo. Alright. Regarding ex-Calauan Mayor Sanchez, he will not be released daw, according to Malacanang. Uh, President Duterte directed the Bureau of Corrections and Justice Department to ensure that convicted rapist Antonio Sanchez would not go scot-free. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Isa sa mga updates niyan is, and I agree with Senator Gordon in a recent interview, sabi niya, um, if it weren't for the drugs na nahuli sa kwarto niya, twice yata, in 2010, marami siyang violation. So aside from having cell phones and you know air conditioning and a flat screen TV sa loob ng selda niya, paano naipasok yun ano? But anyway, uh, he may be qualified for GCTA dahil remember, ang heinous crimes is undefined pa. Okay? Hindi mo pwedeng apply sa kanyang heinous crimes dahil hindi favorable to the accused. And explain natin yan thoroughly nung ating podcast about Antonio Sanchez na bumagsak siya on good conduct. Okay, yung good behavior na he did not follow the rules and regulations of uh, the Bucor properly. At kasi importante 'yon sa kung magko-qualify ka sa GCTA on good behavior. Okay. Um, Next, how a bill becomes a law. Okay. Ganito yan, ano? Kaya ako naisipang pag-usapan to kasi although it's very technical kasi dahil recently if you notice merong lumalabas mga bill na ano ba to yung anti-bastos bill na law na ngayon, yung ang tawag dito yung SOGI bill, yan, yung no homework bill, tsaka yung enacting to changing the time ng pasok ng mga bata from 7 o'clock to 8:30. Okay. Dapat bang katakutan? No. No, kasi yung mga bills goes through a very long process. Now, it's worthy to talk about in detail kung malapit na siya maging batas. Okay, how does a bill become a law? A bill kasi is a proposed legislation. Okay, it could come from any member of the House of Representatives. Doon nag-originate yan. Okay? Ngayon, um, after presenting it, it goes to first reading. In first reading of the bills, um, of the bill, um, it will be filed with the Bills and Index Service, and the same will be numbered and reproduced. Okay? 3 days after its filing. Okay? Ika-calendar siya for order of business for first reading. On the first reading, Secretary General reads the title and number of the bill. Speaker refers the bill for the appropriate committee. Halimbawa, if it deals with the youth sector, youth committee. If it deals with kaperahan or sa kabanambayan, finance. Okay? Especially if it's a new tax. Tapos kasama dun kung yung mga affected sectors, kung ano yung mga itatax. Okay? Tapos ways and means, etc., etc., etc. Kung kunyari sa public works, yan. Okay. So, yun yung mga committees. Next, what happens is, the committee will determine kung dapat siya magkaroon ng public hearing wherein they will invite resource speakers from the private sectors, the academe, experts on the matter, tapos pagdidebatihan, pag-uusapan nila doon. Okay? Which, katulad nung, ang nakakainis lang minsan dyan, halimbawa yung Denvaksha issue na yan, ang nag-uusap, puro politiko, hindi mga doktor. Alright. So, kung hindi siya for public hearing, committee meeting na lang. Meeting na lang. Tapos magbobotohan na lang. They will come out with a report. Paglabas ng report na yon, kasama na dun yung mga amendments kung meron man, dahil di ba nagdebate sila Kung sakasakaling consolidation, kung meron kong kaparehong bill, etc., of the same subject matter, or substitute bill kung may mas magandang bill, ganyan. Then the committee will file a report on it. The approved committee will be transmitted to the Plenary Affairs Bureau. Okay? On second reading, first reading pa lang yan, on the second reading, registered and numbered by the Bills and Index Service, it shall include in the order of business referred to the Committee on Rules. Okay? Now, schedule yan. On second reading, the Secretary General reads the number and the title and the text of the bill, and the following takes place. Period for schedule yung period of sponsorship for debates, period of amendments, dahil hindi matatapos yan, kailangan natin lagyan ng period. And then, yung scheduling ng voting. So, yan. Okay. Ngayon, dun pa lang, wala pang pinag-uusapan. Hindi pa pinagdidebatihan yan. Okay. On third reading, the amendments, if any, are engrossed and printed copies of the bills are reproduced for the third reading. Schedule for third reading and the copies of the same will be distributed to all members of uh, Congress 3 days before the third reading. Okay. Ngayon, it will give the House of Representatives, those involved and those who are interested, a chance to read what the bills are. Okay. On the third reading, Secretary General reads only the number and title of the bill. Na bakit ganon? Hindi ba? Kasi, syempre, ganyan kakapal yun. Minsan, ganyan kakapal yun. So, kung maiksi lang, okay lang. Pero, you know, to save time, since binigyan naman ng kopya yung mga members ng House of Representatives, title and number na lang. Ngayon, a voting will be called, nominal voting, if they support or not, and each member will be given a 3-minute uh, a 3 minutes to explain their votes if they want to. Okay. No amendments of the bill will be allowed at this stage. So halos okay na siya. And then this will be approved by majority of the members present. Kung may quorum, kailangan may quorum muna. Kung hindi, pag walang quorum, the Congress cannot conduct its business. Okay. Diba remember yung SOGI bill, in-approve daw ng unanimously ng members present 197 to 0 ng House of Representatives. Okay. If the bill is disapproved, nag-overwhelm yung no, it goes to the archives. Okay. Then, yung approved bill, after third reading will be transmitted to the Senate for its concurrence. Yung Senate naman will undergo the same legislative process, and then magkakaroon ng conference committee. Yung bill, isasubmit yan sa mga members of the committee sa Senate, kung sinong involved. Magkakaroon ng hearing yan, nakikita mo yung pinag-uusapan nila yan parate. Nakikita nyo sa TV yan, pinag-uusapan yung mga bicameral committees, etc. So gano'n, mahaba ng proseso yan, mahabang usapan na naman yan. Tinitingnan nila kung dapat bang, kung ano yung mga details niyan, kung ano bang, kung nakakabuti ba talaga yan, is it constitutional, etc. Okay. Pagka na-approve, okay, pag na-approve, this will be submitted to the President for signing. Copies of the bill will be signed by the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Okay na siya. And both secretaries of the Senate and House will transmit this bill to the President. Hindi pa batas. Okay? If the President signs it, okay, fine. Ipapublish siya sa official gazette. The requirement is a publication of general circulation. Okay. Magkakaroon siya ng RA number, no? And then after that, it becomes after 15 days later, it becomes from publication, it becomes a law. Okay, haba, no? Now, if it was vetoed, it will be sent back the House where it's originated. Kung gustong i-overrule yan, two-thirds of Congress should vote on it para maging batas. Okay? So, the president sits on it at hindi niya pinirmahan within 30 days or 60 days yata, it also becomes a law automatically. So, are we supposed to fear this? No. Mahaba pang proseso yan. Okay? And when it becomes a law, um, it's usually pinag-usapan na ng mahaba at pinagdebatihan na yan. And it's usually I'm pretty sure it's for the greater good. Now, hindi lang kasi, okay, pag naging batas na, is it something na dapat pa na nating um, katakutan? Well, it depends. Ganito kasi yan eh. All laws should have its own implementing rules and regulations, yung tinatawag na IRR. Dito sinasabi kung paano patatakbuhin yung batas. Okay? Saan mo ipa-file, yung case, kung sakasakaling may violation, um, dito, um, dinidiscuss doon yung mga terms na kung ano ba yung included dyan sa sinasabi doon sa bill, sa law, ganyan. Kaya nga remember, nung remember yung yung ito naman Lightman eh. Okay. Remember yung Lightman kasi nadapa dun sa ilaw. So anyway, um okay, baba na. All right. Uh, remember yung Free Education Act ni Bam Aquino? Okay? 'Di ba pinirmahan ni President Duterte? Magkakatalo yan sa IRR eh, yung implementing rules and regulations. Sino ba talaga ang qualified diyan? Lahat ba? May maintaining grade ba yan para in order to qualify? Kasi syempre nga naman sayang ang pera kung baksakin yung tao o hindi na mapasok tapos free tuition, di ba? Di ba? So anyway, ganyan din yung SOGI bill kung sakasakali maging batas. And yung anti-bastos law, wala pang implementing rules and regulations yan. Kasi may penalties yan, paano ba yan? Paano tayo magbubulhan doon sa anti-bastos law? So anyway, yung no homework bill, I don't think it will become a law. Okay? Although, sabi nga ni Education Secretary Briones, sinusuportahan niya raw yun para magkaroon ng school-life balance yung mga bata. Wow. Alright. Yung araw, wala kami nun. Ang homework, in my opinion, it teaches you something na napakahirap ituro in concept. Homework teaches you time management and resource management. Okay? Say it's a weekend and merong binigay na assignment sa'yo, which is, nung generation namin, laging binibigay. Without exception. May mga ilang subjects lang naman, hindi naman lahat. No? Pero, it will teach you time management on when gaano kabilis mo dapat tapusin yung trabaho, yung homework, so you can have free time on your weekend. Ganun yun. Alright? Now, merong criticism about it na tipong pag binigyan mo ng pag tinuloy mo yung no homework bill, what will happen is kids will just stay home and play with their tablets all day, which I believe will happen. Hindi rin nasunod yung gustong intention ng bill. Alright? If anything, lalo siyang ma-isolate sa pamilya na. And I've seen that happen. Anyway. And marami ding, there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear about it. Yung may bill na naman pinasa, di ba, yung recently lang na gagawing 8:30 a.m. ang pasok ng mga bata. Okay. Congressman, ang pasok ng mga ng 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 mga parents nila is usually 9 a.m. sa traffic sa EDSA, paano ka makakaabot ng 9 a.m. sa trabaho mo, di araw-araw kang late? Di, okay. So anyway, um, there's nothing to fear sa mga batas. No? Sa mga bills, sorry. Not the batas. Batas is law na. Okay, ngayon. Um, just to let you know, no, maraming bills na pinapasa that make, that are very amusing. And I suggest you research on it online. And I'll tell you one of my favorites. Back in the early years of the Republic, uh, may nagpasa ng bill na mag-import daw tayo ng mga tall foreigners para tumangkad daw yung ating lahi. That is a true story. May nagpasa ng bill na ganun para daw tumangkad yung ating lahi, mag-import daw ng mga foreigner. Okay? Anyway, that didn't become a law. Pero wait, on hindsight, paano ba naging matatangkad tong sila Catriona Gray and Pia Wurzbach? Paano ba tumangkad yung mga yan? Eh, hindi naman talaga talikas naman tayo mga Pinoy na hindi talaga matangkad. And, ito ba yung ating ibang mga PBA players na hindi mo na maintindihan hindi mo na ma-pronounce minsan yung kanilang mga apelyido. Hindi naman lahat, ay pangilan-ngilan. Uh, so yun, no, kahit hindi naging batas, ginagawa na rin and somehow it makes sense. Okay, alright. So again, a bill is nothing to be afraid of. It's just a proposed legislation at mahabang proseso pa bago maging batas. Okay? Alright. Now, we go to the one-liners. One-liners. I'd like to talk about File Dawn. Oh, yung pangaral lang na yun, loaded na. Okay. Ganito lang yan. It's my opinion of File Dawn. Okay. Today, he still enjoys the favor of the president and trust of the president. Okay lang yan. Pero here's the problem kasi. Sa akin si File Dawn nilagay mo sa Bureau of Customs. Nakalusot yung toneladang shabu. Nilagay mo sa Bucor. According to ABS-CBN, napirmahan daw yata ni File Dawn yung release ni Sanchez. And some other officials caused the release of 4 Chinese drug lords to the Bureau of Immigration for deportation. In my opinion, may problema yung mama. He may not be corrupt, that's why the president likes him, fine. Pero severely inefficient yung mama. Okay? Hindi siguro niya kaya yung ganong klaseng trabaho. I don't know the person, personally. Pero makikita mo naman sa nangyayari sa mga kung ano man ang hinawakan ng department eh. That's all I can say about it. So like now he's facing a Senate inquiry na parang ayaw niya yata attendan. Okay. Next. Gilas 62, Italy 108. May nagulat pa ba ron? Ang lalaking mama. Now here's the thing. Andre Blanche, okay, said he took responsibility for the loss. He will, it's his fault, blah, blah, blah. I say no. Bakit? Kasi po, hindi mo kasalanan ang height ng Pilipino versus Italiano. I am not saying height is everything in basketball, but height is a significant advantage. You can't debate me on that. That's just a fact sa basketball. Okay? So it's not your fault, although, I must commend you for taking full responsibility. But, in basketball, malaki ang advantage ng height. Okay? Yun lang. Next, last one-liner, China versus Philippines. Okay? Over the West Philippine Sea. Recently also, President Duterte, daladala niya yung ating ruling ng, arbitrary ruling ng United Nations regarding West Philippine Sea at present niya kay President Z. Now, as expected, President Z rejected the thing. Huh, okay, may nagulat pa ba? Bago pa dumating si Duterte doon, sinasabi nila yun. So, do you really think they would change his mind dahil pumunta ka lang doon? I doubt it. Kasi ganito yan. Um, as a superpower, China, kahiyaan yan. Hindi mo, kinuha mo, tapos pauuruhin ka ng isang maliit na isla ng Philippines, they will lose face sa international community if in case we were able to push them back. Yun ang pinag-aawayan lang doon. Yun lang, pride. And they cannot go back on that. Okay? Especially ngayon, nag-i-establish sila ng dominance over certain areas of the world. Okay. Now, our recourse, dahil aminin na natin, hindi na naman natin kayang labanan ng China. Talaga namang hindi. Huwag na natin, I don't care how tough you are, hindi natin kaya. The, the only recourse is to, send a report or a request sa UN or appeal to the UN para tulungan tayo kausapin ng China regarding this. Ngayon, question is, kung hindi na tayo gustong kausapin regarding this, wala pa rin. Ganun din yun. Wala, ano magagawa ng UN? Okay? Unless, they declare na rogue nation ng China, which I doubt. I doubt. Okay, hindi mangyayari yun. Hindi tayo tutulungan ng China, ng UN that way. US, ewan. Ewan lang. So, news to look out for, news to watch out for. Okay, recently, I think this will be significant soon. Trillanes was, wow, nawala yung sa feedback ko. Anyway, Trillanes was indicted for kidnapping. Wow, bigat. Okay, kidnapping daw ng isa sa mga witnesses niya against the president na tinago sa atin ngayon na naman. Okay. Okay. So, uh, that's something to look out for kung ano yung mangyayari in the next few weeks. Pero saan kasi pasok ka ng pasok ng mga problemang naiipit ka. Naiipit ka rin, Mare. Pasok ka ng pasok sa ganyan eh. Okay, anyway, feedback time. All right. I'll be flashing yung feedback nila dito tsaka dito. Okay? Uh, we've had good feedback. Totally enjoyed your discussions. Tinanong ko kasi kung if the person supports our kalokohan. Kami ni Oli. Okay? Kasi remember, we started this as trip lang namin. Hindi ko naman kinalala pero I'm enjoying it so far. So okay. Thank you for supporting our kalokohan. She said, I totally enjoyed your discussion and this is heartfelt. It truly touches the matter close to us commoners. And that's the point. That's the point. Masyadong komplikado ang mga batas at marami masyadong news around, and what we try to do here is to filter out to make it mas madaling intindihin ng ordinaryong tao na tulad natin, no? So another feedback is yung catchy one-liner. I think is effective yung intro ko, tapos yung splash ng Pack Talks, and then the program. Okay, she liked that. So okay, thank you for that feedback. Next, here is a reluctant friend. Been a friend to me for quite a while. So sabi niya gano'n, hindi raw siya ang dapat na hingan ko ng feedback dahil hindi daw siya ang market namin. So what I told her was dapat mas maganda ng ikaw ang hingan ko ng feedback kasi mas objective ka dahil hindi ikaw ang market namin eh. Di ba? So, kung kunyari, parang ano yan eh, pag tinanong mo ang fan ni Michael Jackson, kung ano yung kanta niya, kung maganda ba yung kanta, natural sabihin niya maganda. Pero yung tanongin mo yung hindi fan ni Michael Jackson na nagustuhan yung kanta niya, well, that's something. Alright, you did well, good research and good delivery. Okay. But for people who's hearing, not who's into hearing your opinions and current events, I'm sure click yan. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Okay, here's a feedback from a very good friend. Puro kaibigan ko lang yata nanonood. Anyway, sabi niya, ha ha ha, you sound like a right-wing conservative dun sa transgender podcast. Again, I'm a moderate, leaning toward, conservative pero moderate, leaning toward libertarian. What does that mean? Conservative ang core values ko, pero I lean toward hindi extreme conservative na yung, di ba, ang left-leaning is yung NPA, mga communist. Right-leaning is, um, you know, right-leaning is tayo, yung hindi communist. Okay, for lack of a better term. Pero moderate, hindi tayo, we don't go to the extreme on dealing with these things. Okay? And also bordering on libertarian. What does that mean? Libertarian means I really don't care what you do with yourself, or as long as you do not encroach on the rights of others. Yan lang yun. Okay? I believe in small government because the government sucks at its job. Sucks at its job. And usually, pag hinawakan ng private sector, it's usually a lot better. Okay? Smaller government, and, you know, you live your life the way you live your life. That's it. Okay? Um, sabi niya, word of caution, leftist, and leftists will always hear what they want to hear. Eh sa akin, okay lang, whatever. It doesn't bother me at all. To begin with, hindi naman ako ganun kalaking personality to be bothered by these things. Alright. Next comment was, nasaan ba raw ako nagpo-podcast? It's another part of where I live. Okay? It's another part of where I live. It's the same place where I live, but it's another part. Um, if you notice, yung aking lamp na antique, I just like it. Para lang magkaroon ng contrast yung ating background. And of course, you know, I will not be bringing my cats around everywhere I go. Hindi ganun. Hindi ganun, okay? Uh, nandito pa rin ako, same place, just that with a different background. Yung ating background, may nagtatanong pa paano ginagawa yung background. Hindi ko na sabihin sa inyo kung paano, basta itong mga lights na nakikita nyo ngayon, yung lighting, were advices from podcast veterans online sa YouTube, kung mga tutorial on how to make your podcast para, you know, to have the lighting better. Okay? Although I still don't have an HD camera, this is still a webcam, and yung ating mga lights are still LED lights, except for the warm lights sa taas sa akin, so I can have a little more color dahil pagka LED lamps lang ang ginamit ko is, you know, magmumukha akong papel. Anyway, um, yung light sa likod are effects. Okay, effects. Na natutunan ko lang online. Alright. So, ano ba yung feedback? Oh, okay. May nagtatanong bakit daw madalas ako naka V-neck. Well, I just like V-neck shirts. I just like V-neck shirts. Yun lang. May nagtatanong din ano daw yung significance ng aking mga bracelets and necklace. Kung anting-anting ba raw. All I can say is wala. I can describe it in 3 words: mid-life crisis. I don't have tats, by the way. Tinitanong din if I have tats. I don't have tats. I'm not the type to, I don't, I have nothing against tats. Ganito yan sa tats. Um, I don't see anything significant enough to put it permanently, for me, I don't see anything significant enough for me to put it permanently on my body. Ay, ganito, um, meron akong isang paboritong sandwich sa Subway. I keep on forgetting kung ano yung order ko. I keep on forgetting yung order ko. But yung isang attendant doon na halos kilala ba namumukha na ako at alam niya yung ordering ko. I keep on asking her kung ano yung order ko. So anyway, if there was a tattoo I would like to have on my body, for the life of me today, I can't remember, senior moment, I can't remember kung ano na naman yung combination na yun na I like. Probably if I have a tat, I will have that tattooed here para babasahin ko na lang karate ang aking order because it's significant to me. Thank you for watching. My name is Patrick and this is Pat Talks, Lone Wolf edition of Anything Under 3 Stars in the Sun. Oli, lumabas ka na dyan, tapos na yung operasyon mo. Okay, hormone therapy na lang yan. Pwede ka na mag-appear sa mga podcast brought to you by Pinoy Matters TV. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will always respond to you.
It was easy to catch me with your big brown eyes and the way you smile.